Well guys, this might be an interesting unboxing. It is Saturday and we just found a box of frozen rodents from Cold Blooded Cafe hiding. The delivery guy, whoever it was, decided to go ahead and like hide it around the corner of the house where we couldn't see it. So I mean, literally have, normally Cold Blooded Cafe is like the best, you know, it's my buddy Forrest. And I've been ordering for them for a while. Sometimes I get, you know, really big commercial shipments and they're great for that. But I just needed a few things for some babies that I have. So I ordered a small box. I don't think my delivery guy realized it. So I literally have no idea how long. It's Saturday now. If they shipped it on Monday, it might have been sitting there since Tuesday. I really hope it's not that long. It's been in the rain, it's soggy. Oh, check this out though. I mean, here's the good thing about it. So I'm actually kind of curious to see how this holds up, because this is like worst case scenario. And we know their stuff is good, but you got 3-ply cardboard. This, I mean, it's literally been raining and disgusting. Look, the cardboard's all soggy and wet. So this is like the worst. It's pretty dang cold in there. As you can tell, it's kind of nice out today. So that stinks when you're receiving cold, supposed to be frozen rodents. But let's see what we got here. Second layer's dry. All right, so they have their waterproof layer on here. That's good. So none of the water got inside. I don't usually get these small boxes, you know. I get the big giant like truckload shipments. So let's see how they did. Crazy amount of insulation. All right, look at this. You guys are gonna think this is totally fake, but I was seriously just freaking out about this shipment. Check this out. This shipment literally must have been sitting here forever, but it's got plastic, you know, 3-ply cardboard, plastic, insulation, more plastic, and this is why I'm happy all of a sudden I haven't even seen the rodents. Look at this. He actually has dry ice. I don't know if you can see that. There's a bag of dry ice sitting on top of here, and there's a lot of dry ice left in there. So I know that these rodents are gonna be good. Awesome packing, Forrest. Well done. This is crazy. I'm so happy. I mean, you guys you can relate. I mean, there might be literally hundreds of dollars in a box like this, and he's got, it's like flat rate 30 bucks shipping, which is the cheapest that you can get, but I mean, it's still, that's 30 bucks to ship, and a bunch of rodents. I mean, you can't beat their prices, especially if you're like one of these small breeders. You have, you know, like hobbyist level breeders or whatever, where you're getting a decent number of rodents, but you need to, yeah, I mean, you can't be getting them from a pet store or anything like that. You need to find some serious rodent sources. So if you have more than a few snakes, this is the guy to call. But yeah, this is actually extremely freezing cold. Let's go ahead and bring these inside now that I know they're not completely destroyed, and we'll look at the rodents themselves. Okay, watch out. That box is a little soggy. I can't tell you how happy I am. I freaked out there a minute. You guys know how it is, and I mean, when you do lose that many rodents, it's a minor tragedy. Let's go ahead and have a look-see here. Yeah, so here's our little bag on top. You can see, I mean, I was not joking. This has been there for a while because there are only a few small remnants of dry ice still in there. But dry ice is a major, oh yeah, these are frozen solid. This is beautiful. Here, take a look. Dry ice is, the way these guys use it is, it's just so important because they actually, I mean, one of the big things is, you know, if you go ahead and euthanize rodents humanely and then you go to freeze them and you're throwing them in the freezer and you're filling it up in these commercial places like hundreds of pounds of meat, that meat takes a while to actually freeze. And if you've ever gotten rodents before and they're like kind of squishy and gross, you know that they took too long to freeze. So what these guys do is they spread them out over dry ice, flash freeze them, and then they pack them up in this. And so this is one of the things. First of all, They do an excellent job of laying all, look at that, you can actually see, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like the cold smoke coming off of that bag, even though it's been sitting outside for who knows how long. But one thing that I really like that they do is they do an excellent job of laying them all out in one layer, so that it's really easy for me to just pull out one rodent. I don't have to like go breaking a whole giant thing apart. So let's have a look in here at some of this stuff. So yeah, you can see, I mean, here's their jumbo mouses. This is the other thing. They're just, you know, very, very generous with size. So these are your wean rats, pretty big. Jumbo mice, you know, looks like 25 to a bag. This is their organization. If you see, oh gosh, it actually hurts my hands. It's so cold still. Bag 5, bag 6, wean rats 25, and you know, I mean, I don't want to get super graphic or whatever, but these guys are awesome, very fresh. It's like fresh killed stuff. So I mean, look at that, just bag after bag. They're perfectly flat, one layer, not in a huge lump. Makes them really easy to put in the freezer for me. And yeah, these are freezing my hand. I should be wearing gloves. But just the consistency, I really like these guys for that. I figured I would give them a shout if you're looking for that stuff. Really, really good fresh stuff. And you can see here, let me get down to the bottom. Yeah, there's more dry ice down here in the bottom inside, and you can see there's a little bit more in there. So this is awesome. Look at the casing. I mean, they have the triple ply wood, which is pretty well disintegrated because it's been sitting outside getting rained on, but it obviously has not affected my rodents at all, because I've got 2 layers. I've got the plastic, I've got the super thick insulation, another layer of plastic, and then they're encased above and below in dry ice. So thank you Cold Blooded Cafe for packing this so well that it survived. Again, the delivery guy hid it around the side of the house there, and so I didn't know that it was there. My wife came and she's like, hey, there's a giant package outside, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's terrible, you know. But look at this. I mean, this bag's a little clearer, but you can see the quality of these things. These are, I mean, these are fresh. This is as fresh as it gets. So literally like a fresh killed rodent. So fantastic. The baby super dwarves will be happy. Thanks again, Forrest and Desiree over there at Cold Blooded. That's awesome. If you guys have not considered them before, check out their Facebook page. You go to Cold Blooded Cafe on Facebook. So you guys know that finding a good rodent supplier is kind of like finding a good fishing spot. You usually don't want to tell everybody where they're at because you're going to tap them out. But one thing that Cold Blooded Cafe has done is really, I mean, they have a ton of storage space. The way they flash freeze, the way they pack everything up, that these things stay fresh for a long time, and their production is awesome. I mean, they always have great availability, but the quality of the rodents is obviously the most important thing, aside from price. I mean, I've not been able to beat their prices with anyone ever, and that's including some of these really big distributors, you know, that get like giant blocks of rodents from the labs and kind of like melt them down in their shop, bag them, refreeze them, and send them out. The cheap guys that are the really, really big companies. But no, I mean, Forrest and Desiree, their stuff's super fresh, and they can somehow compete with the pricing of these big guys. So if you're not already using them, you need to give them a shout. And then the other thing that I personally really like is how much I know that Forrest and Desiree are donating stuff, whether it's charities like USARK that help us to be able to continue to keep, or actually directly to conservation and stuff like that. So I love to vote with my dollar. To be honest, even if they were a little bit more, I'd still be buying from them, just because of the quality of the rodents, the quality of the people providing them, and I want to make sure that the people who are doing a really good job in the industry, that are like a cut above the rest, continue to stay in business. Because in my 20 years of rodent keeping, I have not found a supplier this good. So I can't speak highly enough of them. Especially, I mean, honestly, I'm flabbergasted that this box has held up so well. The way that they pack it with the insulation in layers between with the dry ice. I mean, these things are just, it's literally, they've been out for I don't know, a while hidden in that box, and my hands hurt because it was so cold pulling them out of there. So fantastic job. But I'm gonna get these guys in the freezer, and you guys have a good one. Just figured you would